All right, Royals. The time has come, baby. The time has come for this botched 2021 NBA Finals to take place. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It's been a long time coming. It's been injury on top of injury. It's been upset after upset. Lord have mercy. What is even reality anymore? What is reality anymore, y'all? Come on. So we have our final two teams kicking off Tuesday, which today's Monday, so it'll be tomorrow. Phoenix versus Milwaukee Bucks. Phoenix Suns versus Milwaukee Bucks, my bad. And listen, let me start this off by just being completely honest and just I can't be anything else but that in order to really make this work. So if you know what I know and you follow the game like I follow the game, then you know that ain't shit real about this matchup. That you know in a regular season, there's no way that we would get to this point with these two teams. Considering the rest of the team pool and the talent pool out there and the complete teams and the just more complete, full, ready, hungry teams that are out there. Now, that's no diss to Phoenix Suns, and that's no diss to Milwaukee Bucks. They're here now. They're here now, and it's time to win while you can. Keywords, while you can. So let's pop off into it. So, my predictions, first and foremost, is really going to be predicated on, well, let me first say who I want to win. I want the Phoenix Suns to win because I feel like out of the two, they are the most complete team. They are the most hungry team. And it would be so good to see Chris Paul finally get a ring. Okay. Now, in terms of my predictions um, are prefaced off of whether or not Giannis is going to be healthy or not. I do not see the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't care how aggressive Bobby Portis is playing. I don't care how aggressive Chris Middleton is playing. I don't care how much lockdown D Drew Holiday is going to do. And I don't care, how many looks Brooke Lopez gets because he has his games, right? Without Giannis, they're not beating the Phoenix Suns. They're just not. They're just not. You got Chris Paul, who's finally on a floor that he's never been on, that he's been working his way to get on, that he's probably been feeling very inefficient or inadequate because he's never been on this stage before. So he's not about to let this be easy. You got Devin Booker, who he can't decide whether he want to wear his face mask or not because he's so determined to be out there and be effective. Like, he will risk breaking his nose all over again so that he can be as effective as possible out there. And I love that. I love that tenacity, that hunger. He's not afraid of nobody. Nobody. He will face anybody. I love that. You got Cameron Payne, who comes off the bench for Chris Paul, who is like, I would say he's the most fearless and tenacious. He's to me, they say Jay Crowder is the energy guy on most teams that he's on. He's considered the energy guy, but to me, for Phoenix Suns, I feel like Cameron Payne is their energy guy. This dude, any little mistake he makes, he slaps himself on the wrist, like, okay, like that's not gonna work. I gotta get out here and get better. He's so aggressive. He's so effective, by the way. I mean, his ability to come out off the bench, hold things down while Chris Paul is out. I mean, to me, in a lot of ways, he's the X factor in a lot of ways when it comes to the success of Phoenix. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned DeAndre Ayton, which, I mean, I've talked to multiple people at this point, and I say the same thing every single time. Easily, DeAndre Ayton is one of the most active big men in the league right now. He does not give up on any play. Get caught slipping if you want to. And y'all know Milwaukee Bucks will get caught slipping a lot of times. Especially if you let them win game one. Let the Bucks win game one. They're going to come into game two super complacent, super comfortable, and they're going to get rocked. That's the type of team they are. They don't come into every game ready to just assassinate a team. They never do. And that's the problem with them. That's the problem with them. They don't come in to just be a killer every single night. They win a game, they get comfortable, they get rocked. Typically that next game, if not the game after. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, DeAndre Ayton, this dude right here, a lot of their big plays have come from that guy not giving up on plays. It really is. I mean, talk about of the offensive boards and the opportunities that they get defensively because of him. He's always active, the pick and roll, he's always ready. Always ready. Always ready for the putback. Always ready. I love that about him. Him and Cameron Payne, for me, are the X factors for these teams. Chris Paul is going to Chris Paul. Devin Booker is going to Devin Booker. But when it comes to what DeAndre Ayton brings, in comparison to what they have with, let's say, a Brook Lopez, DeAndre Ayton is going to run circles around him, around Brook Lopez. Just call it what it is. Just call it what it is. And so I'm looking forward to, and here's the thing. I think it's gonna be a good series. So don't get me confused, don't get me messed up when it comes to that. I don't want to come off as if there's no way the Bucks can win, but it's gonna be very slim to none for the Bucks to win if Giannis is not there. Because then we talking about X factors. Giannis is the superstar on his team, but in this sort of scenario, Giannis is the X factor. Chris Middleton surprisingly has been fairly consistent this playoff run. Last year, not so much. So I'm happy to see him much more involved, and he looks like he's like more confident than ever, right? Um, so that's a good look. That's definitely a good look. And like I said, what Bobby Portis is bringing in off the bench, what what Drew Holiday is bringing on the defensive end, like those are going to be the things that keep them afloat. But it's going to be Giannis that's going to put them over the top. And so without that, they gonna have to work their ass off. They gonna have to work they behinds off. Okay. I read an article. I think it I think it was published today. It basically said that Giannis is gonna be day to day. It was published yesterday. So he's gonna be day to day. In today's in today's I guess sports news era, day to day basically is what they tell you so that the opposite team doesn't have a scheme set for you because they don't know whether or not he's going to be there or not, right? So they have to pretty much prepare for either or because they're not going to know until the day of, and they can't change their scheme the day of, right? You can't change everything that you discussed, all of the team meetings and your run throughs. You can't all of a sudden change that because now Giannis is going to play. You got to play your scheme and adjust accordingly. So the day-to-day thing is just to keep the other team's head on the swivel so they don't know how to predict or how to plan, right? But there's a very good chance that Giannis there's a good chance that he could play and there's a good chance that he could not play. So it is really up in the air. He didn't have any structural damage with his hyperextended knee. And stop sharing. He didn't have any structural damage. So that's definitely a good sign. I'm happy to know about that. And so, he might try to get out there and just and fill it out, stand out there and just shoot. Now that's typically when he doesn't have his best game, when he's focusing on jumping or shooting jump shots. So, it really is a tough decision when you think about it that way, because he's his most effective when he's getting in the paint like what a big man is supposed to do. So I don't know, but what I do know is they not beating the Phoenix Suns without him. Period. If for whatever reason I'm wrong, then that's gonna be a hell of a shock. But I have no intention on being wrong about this. No, I feel 1000% confident in my prediction on this. If Giannis is not playing, it's Suns in 6. What y'all think? Y'all tell me. If Giannis is not playing, his Suns in 6. And I'm being nice giving them 6. So, hey, ain't nothing else to say, baby. It's showtime starting tomorrow. Nothing else to say. It's time to talk. It's time to walk it. No more talking. All about that walk now. So, listen. Like I said when I started this video, these teams would not be in these finals if it was a normal year and everybody wasn't injured. But I'm still going to enjoy it because I love basketball. I'm still watching. Listen. I'm excited. I love NBA playoff basketball. Let's go. And y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think the Bucks got a chance even without Giannis? Because that's really what it has to be about. That's what the narrative has to be. Can they win without Giannis? Because there's a good chance he's not going to be able to play with him. Let's say he tries to play game 1. It doesn't feel right. He's probably not going to play the next game. So you gotta start analyzing based off of him possibly not being there. That's the approach I'm going with. So we're gonna come back and we're gonna see what happens. Suns in 6, baby. And I'm out. Peace.